Hello, and welcome to Voices in Education. I am your host, Natasha Lee. Hello, welcome to another live conversation. And in this live, we're going to talk about crab circle, messy situation, and would love to hear, your views on street vending in Jamaica. And will you be buying from a street vendor in Jamaica? I guess a lot of us, we're not going to go back to, I guess, era circle, crab circle. But, I leave that to you. Would definitely love to hear from you. Messy situation indeed from my perspective, and would love to hear from you. So welcome if you're just tuning in. Welcome. All right, so it's another live. Please remember to hit the like button, the share button, the subscription button if you have not yet subscribed, and comment in the chat. And better yet, give me a call. Would love to hear your voice, would love to hear your views on this situation. All right, so if you're a returning viewer or subscriber, listener, welcome back. And if you're new to the space, welcome. Voices in Education is a safe space where we can share and learn from each other. All right. So again, it doesn't matter your perspective, view or opinion or even wonder, right? Here is a safe space. We share in a respectful way to ensure that we're maintaining this safe space where everyone feels a sense of belonging, where you feel valued. All right, so again, welcome, welcome, welcome to this talk. And perhaps it's going to be a messy talk, but remember that we're live. And so, we want to use appropriate words, all right, when we're talking about this situation. So, just to bring you up to speed, if you're not aware of the situation, so I'm just going to share. This is an article from the Gleaner newspaper in Jamaica. So ministry officials, so health ministry officials in Jamaica, they shut down, at crab stalls, at Euro Circle, popular location called, Crab Circle. I'm seeing Carlos there. Carlos, I know you're a top shelf boss, but, oxtail, but do you do crabs? Would love to hear. Would love to hear from you. Would love to hear from you, Carlos. Do you do crabs? Talk the truth, talk the truth and speak it ever. All right. So what happened, this is a very popular spot in Jamaica, Crab Circle. And so, lots of persons, go to Crab Circle. I guess people from all walks of life, you can say. I know that the Mitchells, meet the Mitchells. They have been to Crab Circle, Asafa Powell, the Powell family, lots of people, guys, lots. And perhaps Carlos there in the chat. But for me, no, I've never been to Crab Circle, and I'm happy that, I do not eat crab. All right. So let me just put it out there. All right, Carlos is saying I do consume crabs. Yes. All right, Carlos. So Carlos, I believe you have heard from Crab Circle. Talk to me. So what happened is that following a viral video showing what appears to be an unsanitary activity by a woman at the popular food spot called Crab Circle, they decided, the government, the health ministry, they decided that, okay, we're going to shut this down. We have to shut this down. And oh, yes, they needed to. All right, so the closure was ordered by Kingston and St. Andrew Public Health Department. And so to put it, this lady was defecating at the stall. All right, that's what was happening. So let us just clarify what unsanitary activity is. All right, so that's the best way that we can put it right now. And I'm seeing Carlos there in the chat. Kayla, is that you? All right, so the unsanitary activity was that this lady, all right, was defecating at the stall. All right. So the video, it was taken apparently by another vendor there. And, that went viral and it sparked, a lot of outrage and, a lot of, condemnation on social media for sure. And, a lot of persons, saying, that they're not going to buy from the vendor, that spot again, all right? More genius, welcome, welcome. All right, guys, remember to hit the like button and share. This is going to be an interesting, but I guess a messy conversation, but a very interesting one. And so one that I would love to hear, your views. All right, so that happened, but then we see another video emerging where other vendors, right, were criticizing the person who did the video. I guess who took the video of this lady defecating at the stall and decided to post it. So we saw some vendors, criticizing the lady, perhaps, like she doesn't have any right to do that kind of thing. And I'm like, oh my God, OMG, like what's going on? Geneva, welcome. So lifestyle boss, short boss, we got the bosses here. Do you do crabs? Do you do crabs? So guys, again, this is going to be a messy conversation, but one that we definitely need to talk about. And this is a platform, voices in education. We share about various issues and would definitely love to hear from you. So imagine, imagine trending sports. Welcome, welcome. So can you imagine that, right? After you defecate at the stall and the video went out, right? And we're not even talking about the woman who did it, because she just wrong and strong in my eyes. Like, she does not see what is wrong with her doing it at the stall. Okay. So that's another point there, connection to this whole incident or situation, a very messy situation. So the vendors, they gathered and they were saying, like, they could leave her, could perhaps happen to anybody, and all that kind of thing. So that happened. So the person who took the recording, she's now saying that she's getting, threats, and that is definitely not okay. So again, as I said, it's a very messy situation. And that's pretty much. So the lady who did the video was saying, talk like she, so talk truth. You think so she have right to record me? That kind of vibe we're getting, just wrong and strong, perhaps not seeing what she has done wrong. And I get, like, just justifying the behavior, not taking any accountability. Trust me, for that kind of practice. I'm just looking in the chat, and Trending Sports and Entertainment is saying, Darian, what you doing? Not in the circle. Weekly Motivation 101 Plus. Welcome. Blessings to you guys. Please go over and, go and support. Hit the subscription button over Weekly Motivation 101 Plus. All right. So would love to hear from you in that context. So that's pretty much, what has happened in a nutshell there in the context of this crab circle messy situation. So now I want to hear from you guys in the chat. You can share about crab circle. Tell us, what are your views on that situation? And also, when we're thinking about the bigger picture now, what are your views on street vending in Jamaica? Will you buy from a street vendor, eat from a street vendor? If you will, what are some conditions, or what are some, things that should be in place that would encourage you to perhaps, have a meal from a street vendor? So would love to hear from you, and would love to hear, about, your context, your view of this whole messy crab situation. All right, so welcome, welcome. I'm seeing Trending Sports is saying like. So thank you so much for liking the video. So guys, remember to close the chat and hit the like button. All right, it's important. And also hit that subscription button if you have not yet subscribed to this channel. And tell me, do you love crab or no? So I'm just waiting. The line is open, and I am here waiting for the first person to call in. So we have the bosses, and Trending is saying, like the live, let me be clear and clean. Okay, Trending. Okay, Trending, thank you. All right, Trending, thank you for being clear and clean. No messy situation around here, for sure. So that's pretty much in a nutshell what is happening with crab circle. And again, I'm telling you, it's not just like anybody buy from crab circle. We have, as I said, Meet the Mitchells. They do buy from crab circle. The Powells, they buy from crab circle. And you can see some more, if you check, lots of people. Davina Bennett, it appears as if she did too. So, lots of persons have been to crab circle. It's a very popular spot in Jamaica. So if you're coming from the airport, chances are you might just swing by and say, okay, you're going to get some crab or soup and corn. It's not just crab. So If you had like, roasted yam, roast yam, as we say in Jamaica, boiled corn, roast corn, crab, saltfish soup, that kind of vibe. Let me know. Would love to hear from you. Your soup did rich and yellow. Would love to hear from you. Just talk to us. And did you buy from that lady? Would love to hear from you too. Have you ever bought anything from Madame A? Would love to hear from you. All right. So again, that's what's happening in that context. So again, that little, well, that big messy situation. I don't know. I don't know. For some people, if you have gone there, how is that making you feel? So I'm just checking the chat here to see if I'm missing any comments. Not missing any comments, but for sure, the chat is very, very quiet this evening. And the line, let me see if I'm missing a caller here. I don't believe I'm missing a call here. So again, welcome if you're just tuning in. Would love to hear from you. What are your views? All right, what are your views on the crab circle messy situation? And more importantly, what are your views on street vending in Jamaica? And just talk to me in that context. Would you feel comfortable having a meal from a street vendor right now? And, if you are, are there any conditions or contexts that would encourage you to buy or support a street vendor right now in Jamaica? Would love to hear from you. All right, so again, the WhatsApp number is on screen. So don't be afraid to call the number on screen. Would love to hear from you and would love to test the system to find out if it is up and running this evening. So I am just, waiting for that. But in the meantime, I'm going to try to see if I can get a recording to play for you. So we're going to go to some music. So stay tuned, guys. And again, would love to hear from you. So if you'd like to call while the music is playing, you can call. We'll definitely connect the call. All right, so I'm just going to try and get a recording going for you. So perhaps you can hear, what is happening, better than how I tried to relate it to you just now. All right, so thank you so much and stay tuned. Hello, hello, and welcome if you're just tuning in. We're having a conversation about crop circle there in Jamaica. Messy situation. And we would love to hear from you in the context of what are your views on street vending in Jamaica? And of course, would love to hear from you as it relates to your views on that situation there in Era's circle, all right? At Era's circle. So welcome, welcome. I'm seeing in the chat here a comment from Trending Sports. Street vending will continue. I just hope they will focus on improving their food handling. All right, so Trending, will you be purchasing food from a street vendor? Would love to hear from you. All right, guys, so welcome, welcome. So I wanted to share just for you to hear from the woman, the lady, all right, who did the unsanitary activity. All right, so let's see. So I'm just going to kind of break up this recording, and it's coming from nationwide. So let us hear.
Alice, first things first. Yeah. How do you feel about all of
So this is a question here, asking Alice, how you're feeling about the situation in general here.
I don't like what go on. Because this never called for. This never called for. She make a bag of problem. You see, she don't come out today.
That's the person who recorded.
Yeah.
So you hear Alice, she make a bag of problem and you see it, she don't come out today. So Alice now is the woman who carried out the unsanitary activity. So Alice was pretty much defecating, right, at the start. All right, so that's it. That's it there. And Alice is saying she caused a bag of problem, I guess, in the sense where the public health department came and, removed them and pretty much shut the place
she
down.
Don't come out today. She make a bag of problem and she gone.
This incident, when did it actually happen?
Me don't know. Me don't know. My daughter, Sunday, me asleep and my daughter come and say, Alice, Nadine video you. Look on your WhatsApp. Me send it to your WhatsApp.
All right, so she's saying again that this activity happened and, she was videoed by Nadine. So Nadine was the person who videoed Alice. And Alice is saying, listen, she make a bag of problem and she not there. She not there today, no. She not there to this. And after she make up, this bag of problem.
Me drink hot beer with some salt. I say, right, just hurt me in my stomach. Come never drink no tea. And by me say, I can move off. Yeah, and the do come down. This morning, my daughter, she are delicate. And she got the meat. And she said, Desmond, send the, what them call it? The inspector, them up here. And then come and attack. They said, we are keep a meat now. They might keep a meat now. And call them. But we have to get rid of she are fear. Because she said she's a wrongdoer. Yeah, put them up.
So her daughter made her aware of some things that, would have been, I guess, would be happening. So I guess that they were going to come. And let's listen to Alice again. She's very confident, wrong and strong. So let's listen.
Out.
So they permanently closed down the ear.
Yeah, fear. Because she said she's a wrongdoer.
So
yeah, put them up.
How long have you been out here?
Out here. From before me have them some kids. They have bigger kids now, but me out a long time before them.
10 years, 20 years.
But more than that.
So Alice.
It's fear. What's happening now? The response from
no, we don't fear. Don't fear. Then so I say, all right, when I'm done today, tomorrow no come back. You understand? Just clear up everywhere.
Alice, first thing.
All right, so that's Sister Alice for you guys. Then welcome, Then messy situation, crop circle, and so again, guys, you heard, but what I am saying here. If you listen to Alice, Alice is saying that Nadine, who did the recording, she's wrong. Like, she has no right to do that, and she caused P a trouble, she caused P a problem, and you know, look at what happened, and she's a troublemaker, and like, she's not supposed to be here. And so Alice is saying, like, yes, I did what I did, but she had no right to record me. So guys, would love to hear from you in the context of this messy situation. You know, what are your views? So Dane, I see you here. Give me a call, you know, talk to me, you know, what are your views in this on this context, you know? Do you believe that Alice, you know, after defecating at the stall should be so strong? You know, what could have caused this? Why is she not understanding, you know, the big picture? And all she's saying is that, okay, this is a problem. But for me, I don't know if it's shock for Alice why she's not understanding the effects of her actions. And, you know, that part for me is very unfortunate. But what is even more unfortunate is the fact that, you know, Nadine is mentioning that, you know, she's getting, you know, threats, and, you know, it is not fair for her. And I also saw another update where Nadine saying, you know, it's not the first time she's doing it. She did it, you know, I guess based on what I saw, at least 3 times there where Nadine was pointing out. So what are your views on this context? And, you know, I am hoping that the authorities are doing everything in their power to protect Nadine, because for me, Nadine is a hero in this one, you know. And so for me, I hope that they're doing whatever they need to do to ensure that she's protected. But again, let me just check to see if I'm missing a call here. Would love to hear from you. What are your views on, you know, this context, this messy situation? Would definitely love to hear from you. All right. So again, you know, would love to hear from you. Don't be afraid to call the number that you see on screen. So again, that was Alice. So let me see if I can find, you know, Nadine, you know, just to share some context. And so Nadine was sharing, me afraid to go a road. Them a threaten me. All right, so Nadine again is the woman who recorded and posted the now viral moment where a street food vendor, and we now know her name as Alice, was caught defecating in her stall. All right, and she's saying, Nadine is saying that she has received multiple death threats. And again, you know, this is, you know, really sad, you know. This is really sad. So Justin is saying, bless up people, hope and trust everyone had a blessed day. Blessings to you too, Justin. And I hope you had a great day there in Antigua. And Justin, do you like crabs? So guys, I'm going to see if I can, you know, play, you know, Nadine, so you guys can hear from Nadine, just to balance this narrative this evening. So I'm just going to try and get that in, but let us see. So I'm going to try and find, you know, Nadine for you, just to give you some context of, you know, what happened, you know, there in the context of Nadine. So again, I'm just trying to find that for you. So welcome, guys. So would love to hear from you, you know, Crab Circle, Era Circle, you know, what is happening? What are your views? Would definitely love to hear from you. So I'm just trying to get so I can tell you too, as an update, that, you know, earlier today I met, so this is Delroy Williams, mayor of the Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation there. And this is a, well, a post on X. So I'm just going to share here. And Delroy is saying, and I quote, earlier today, I met with Miss Nadine Francis, a vendor at Crop Circle, regarding security and health concerns she had. We have been in dialogue over the weekend, and I provided an update on the efforts to be taken by the municipality. I will share these at tomorrow's sitting of the council. So that is good, and we're hoping that, you know, the government or the authorities will ensure that Miss Nadine is safe. All right, so for sure. And I don't know, the video is something else. And then here now is the follow-up video from the crab vendors, you know, in terms of, you know, what was happening. So I guess this is the one where they're talking, you know, that should not be recorded. So let's try this one.
Well, it's not intentional.
I watch her. She do it, and the woman still up there say, from morning she don't sell a can or not she sell up.
Yeah, because everybody know it.
Everybody against her. No, another woman went up.
Oh, this is,
Woman, they take the video.
Yeah, you're not going to do that. But I want to see the person sit there now.
Exactly. Me I try power my dear. And I react that you never TikTok. She never said I can't refuse to go with her.
All right, so that you just get an idea there of, you know, what is happening there. So the vendors, they pretty much came out and say, okay, Nadine should not have recorded it, you know, and not have, I guess, published it, you know, sent it out. And so they are upset that she did that. And again, this conversation that they were having leaked again to the media, and so, you know, we get to see this. So Justin is saying, no, crab isn't something you okay. Crab love more. Okay, Justin, I see here in Antigua people line up for hours for crab. Okay, I get you there. All right, so again, I'm just trying to find Nadine, but not finding Nadine. But again, pretty much, you know, as I shared, you know, she was saying that she's receiving, you know, a lot of threats for, you know, disclosing what had happened. Here's Nadine. All right, so hold on, we're just getting a call here. Hello, Justin, you're live.
How are you doing, Miss Lee?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm blessed. Very good today, bad tomorrow. Blessed eternally.
That's it.
So I'm trying to understand the situation here. You're saying that a person was selling crab, right?
Right.
And there was another vendor that thought that saw her that the crab that she was selling was unclean, right?
All right, so this is it in a nutshell. So there's this popular spot in Jamaica, in Kingston, called Crab Circle. So it's at Euro Circle in Jamaica. So I guess one of the main food there is crab. So they do have like soup, you know, corn, yam, you know, other type of food. So this particular vendor, apparently she needed to relieve herself and she used her stall to do that. So she was recorded defecating at the stall. All right.
What?
So this lady Nadine now, who caught the video and shared it, she's now being, I guess, placed in a bad light by these vendors from the community, I guess, that nearby community. I believe it's Fletcher's Land. I stand corrected.
Before we go any further, how can somebody look at Nadine in a bad way because she recording somebody doing something unhealthy where people have to come and buy and purchase stuff and eat from this individual. That is something bad.
So that is where I cannot understand. So the lady who, you know, allegedly did this act, right? She is so wrong and strong. Well, it's not even allegedly because she admitted to doing it. She was like, you know, she have no right to record me. You think she thinks she right to do that? Like, that's the kind of energy that
but that's through the life that we're living in now. Once I have my phone, and people need to understand this, once I have my phone, I have the right to record anything that I want that is in my space.
And it was public, so
exactly. So once it's public, it's in your space because it's there.
And,
you know?
But just to say though, Nadine is getting a lot of support from social media from what I have seen, you know, people are supporting her, but I don't know, like even with the other vendors, they had a conversation and they were saying like pretty much that she didn't have any right to record her, and you know, that part is sad because if you're a vendor there.
Yeah, but you have to understand this. If I don't record you, I am just a word. It's just like an empty vessels making noise. So I have to record it to show people what's been really going on here. Not only that, Nadine is looking out for the health of the Jamaican public.
Yeah, of the nation, for sure. So everybody is just that pocket. I guess I'm not sure what is going on there with them, but for sure I can tell you that most of the persons are supporting Nadine and happy that she did, you know, what she did. But what is unfortunate is that she mentioned that she's receiving, you know, death threats, and that part for me, you know, that is a no-no. So I am saying the authorities must do what they need to do to ensure that she's protected. And what she's saying too, this is based on Nadine's account, that it's not the first time she's defecating at the stall.
Okay, so when you say at the stall, where she cook?
Yes, I guess if you go on social media, you might find it. I don't. You can see the videos. Yeah.
No, Miss Lee. No, I have to eat and so on. Then you want me to go on social media.
No, don't do it. I said if you want. If you want. You know, so do you have like street vending in Antigua?
Street vending is all over the world, even in America.
Yeah, it's everywhere. But is there like a particular context where if you're going to have street vending, there must be like, you know, restrooms, washrooms close by, or place where they can wash their hands, you know, that kind of setup?
Well, most street vendors that you have here in Antigua is most like buy and go, not like have a place where you set up and sit down and eat.
Okay.
And usually most street vendors, for the bathroom that they will use the public bathroom.
Mm-hmm. So I guess they'll have public facilities that are accessible.
Right. You know, but that doesn't send a good message for that individual, because what that lady is looking at, what Nadine did to her, is like, you know what, you take away my bread and butter. And people no longer will see me as wanted to buy anything from me because of what they saw.
Well, I don't think anybody is going to go back there to buy anything.
Who's going to? Unless they're crazy.
Because the other vendors there, they were pretty much supporting Elise, and I'm like, you're a vendor, and they were caught on camera. They were recorded by obviously somebody who was with them in that conversation. And you know, that part too is sad because they are not seeing what is wrong. So all they're seeing is that the the Ministry of Health or the Public Health Department, they closed down the entire place. So all of them, they are not there. They shut them down, and so I guess they're just
And
looking at that.
These are the things, right? And I would not hit on vendors and so forth. But I always tell my wife, I don't like to go out and eat food. I prefer, hey, hold on here. Hey, boy, what you doing there? What you doing there? What you daddy this? All right. Yeah. I just hear a voice there. I just hear somebody playing with the floor, and then I see it. Yeah, what I'm saying, right?
We're hearing you.
Yeah. Because the thing about it, you don't know what is taking place. Like when I in the US and I go to a restaurant, I prefer to go to the restaurant that they cook right in front of your face there. You see how they season the fish or the chicken, how they cooking. You know that kind of restaurant?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, yeah?
Huh?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah?
Yeah, that kind of restaurant, you know? So yeah, I prefer to see that. But maybe the reason why the young lady that defecate by the stuff by the crab place there. Maybe the reason why she's so upset because she know there's no more bread and butter for her because nobody is going to purchase anything from you because of what they saw. That's what we call that's nastiness to the highest level. You know, it's not to say that you're urinating. No, you're saying you're defecating where you are, man. That's really, really, really bad.
I hope persons are not having their meals right now.
I hope you're one then that used to go there and buy crabs too.
No, never.
You can say never.
And I don't eat crabs. No.
Well, you're not supposed to. You come from good practice. And you grow up in good practice?
Yes, I do. Amen to that. I don't eat crab. No, I don't.
Oh, yeah. So I don't have that's something that I remember my father used to like open the back, and when he opened the back, he like everything. I'm like gross, you know. So yeah, but yeah, well, you know, we have to give Nadine some props for what she did, you know, because that's that when it comes to food, you know, you have to make sure that, you know, your area clean, you know, your hands are clean. You have to make sure that you wash your chicken or fish, whatever stuff that you're selling, to make sure that people can come there and enjoy your food and knowing that you're in a clean, nice surrounding environment. You know, to see something like that, that's really, really, really bad. And then now you're going to send out death threat on social media.
I'm not sure if it's on social media, but that's what Nadine was saying, that, you know, she's
there was no evidence. There was no evidence.
I'm not sure, but if there is evidence, obviously the police will need to act on that. So I'm not, I can't speak to that one.
I was listening to your recording. Was it a gentleman there supporting what the young lady did?
The one in terms of the other lady, Alice?
Yeah.
They were pretty much, it was a group of vendors, if that's the one, and they were pretty much, you know, saying that, yeah, I guess in defense of Alice, to say Nadine had no right to do whatever, and yeah.
Come on. No, that's not the smart thing to do.
So and what is so funny is that I guess all of them know, because as a person, you know, just looking on, even if persons were wanting to go back to perhaps support other vendors, they're not going to go back because you just supported what Nadine, not Nadine,
Exactly
what Alice did. So the birds of a feather, you know, that kind of thing. Birds of a feather
flock together.
Yeah,
So
so
that
I'm
means
like,
all are the same thing. So we're not going back on there.
yeah.
You know, so what everything down that area just flop one time.
Yeah, so I don't think that is going to be any spot anymore. It's going to be, I guess, the most unpopular spot now, because I don't think anyone is going to be comfortable going there, given how everything, you know, unfolded, you know, that kind of context. Trending Sports is saying blessings, Justin. So you're getting some blessings here.
Yeah, blessing to him too as well, man. Yeah, well, that's just really, really, really bad. And you have to understand now, we're in a time that, you know, cleanliness and sanitizing is first priority. You know, have to make sure your area clean. You know, all these sorts of things.
For sure, for sure.
So,
Ryan, welcome, Ryan. Just a moment, welcome, Ryan. Ryan is saying crab no fi eat. All right. So yeah.
No for eat. Tell him again, Ryan. No for eat. What Miss Lee sneaking one.
No.
But Miss Lee, you never eat crab before?
I don't know. Maybe when I was very young, maybe, but maybe, but for sure, since I've known myself, no, crab is not.
Well, since me and myself, me eat crab, me never like crab. You know, I just think that's horrible. So you eat lobster?
Yeah, but not all right. This is the thing, I have to avoid shell stuff. So yeah. You're
allergic to them stuff?
Somewhat, yes. So I'm like, okay.
So why he just jump off or stuff just fall on your skin?
Things will come on my skin.
Okay, so I'll keep on them.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I was never the crab person.
I guarantee you this, right? I guarantee you this. Last week Wednesday was a storm, right?
Mm-hmm. You got a lot of crabs?
The other day after, me guarantee you, a lot of auntie get out to look crab.
Oh wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's usually when it's rainy time for sure. Yeah.
There's the water out and they gotta come out.
Yep.
You know? So that's it, you know? That's it. But we have to give Nadine, you know, some props of what she did. It just showed that, you know, she's a clean woman and very serious in what she do, you know, and with her business. And it shows some really great clarity in her attitude of pertaining to, you know, vendoring. And the other person, they should lock you up. Sorry for saying it. But you can't be doing that and then listen to your recording. She's very headstrong, like, you know?
Yeah, she's wrong and strong and like, you know, tell me, yes, like she's saying, oh yes, me drink one beer and it come down by me and I don't know what to say the part. It's so graphic. And then she's like, so you think you're right? She should record me like, you think you're right if you should do that? And I'm like, okay.
You know, she didn't even, the thing about it, Miss Lee, she didn't even say, you know what, Nadine, I'm really sorry, it's not something I really planned. You know, I was having some diarrhea and I couldn't hold it and I had to let it go there. You know, so I'm sorry about that. Please, just, you know what I mean? Show some sympathy. But no, you have no sympathy at all. You show that, hey, you shouldn't have recorded me. And if you do it like that, that means that's something that you do all the time.
Yeah, but Nadine was showing the media, one of those media, I believe Nationwide News, I guess about 2 other occasions, you know, where she was doing it there. So Nadine is saying it's not the
Oh
first
my.
time. She tired of it.
Oh my. Woo.
So to all the
All them people must eat that don't go down there by car, must land that. All.
to all the crab lovers, I don't know. I guess a lot of persons right now just having like um a PTSD moment.
I'm going to say something now, right? And it may sound funny, but I'm going to try to make it as clean and nice as possible.
And appropriate
What
for
people have,
YouTube, right?
I can't remember that I ever say anything that
No, just
you,
checking. Just checking. Just
I
double
can't
checking.
remember ever say anything that
No,
YouTube
no,
will give Miss Lee curfew.
no. You can't allow YouTube to put me in any curfew.
Exactly. You know, a man of God is not going to say things that will, you know, would not be beneficial to your show.
All right, go
But what
ahead.
I'm trying to, what I'm saying that um we have to understand what crab love, right? You know what crab love, right? Miss Lee?
I think so.
Okay. All right. And I don't want to believe that keep feeding the crabs them there. Okay. The other thing too, and anybody that have that back in those days that have outside bathroom, as you know, I'm not gonna call that name.
Mm-hmm.
As you know what I'm talking, Miss Lee.
Yeah.
It had to have a crab hole right beside it.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
So I am saying that I don't want to believe that she was doing that to give them their breakfast. That's really bad. And you know how they love that. They gravitate to that.
Oh, my word. I am happy that Ryan,
So,
you ever buy soup
well,
at Era Circle? Talk to me, Ryan. Our corn, our yam.
And let me say this too, and people need to understand, lobster is just the same in the ocean. They eat all of the waste. Lobster is like that.
Okay, I'm learning
So,
here.
you know, no, they're just the same. You know? So that is why, you know, in the Bible say, thou shalt not eat, you know, and nothing that does not have scale. The Lord have a reason why he told us that. And stuff that through the cord and stuff like that. You know?
Man,
So,
you let the pork lovers come for you, you know.
No, but is it no, but it's the truth. The pig and pig and crab, they basically eat the most. And it's the truth.
Well, I don't know. People will say it depends on how you grow, like the pig, for example. So, you know.
So what you're telling me? So what you're telling me? My Lord is a lot of confusion. That's what you're telling me.
No. I'm not talking.
Okay.
I'm not talking religion
yes,
now. All right. So let me just leave you and let you be clear with sharing your views. All right. So we're here and we're listening to you.
Right. Do you know the thing about it? I watch people line up for hours also for we call it again. We call it rice pudding.
Okay, what is that in Antigua? What is rice pudding?
Wait, rice pudding. Let me get the Jamaican name. Hold on here, right?
Okay, sure.
Hey, or rice pudding in Jamaica. Or rice pudding in Jamaica.
Rice pudding.
What I call it in Jamaica? Rice pudding.
Um,
All right, so we're waiting for Justin there. Ryan is saying, I never go that place and crab love mess. The pig way I talk about them pig.
Yes.
Okay, Ryan.
Literally,
Yes,
back with
Justin.
you.
Go ahead.
Rice pudding is something that they get from like I don't know, like a cow stuff, and you push rice inside of it, you know.
Okay, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, it's something they call rice, but I think they have it in Jamaica. You know, like you have rice and maas and them kind of stuff and so on.
I don't know.
It's like okay, it comes from a part of the cow that it look like a balloon, like a very skinny balloon. You put stuff in a rice inside of it, with blood and all kind of thing, and you cook it and boil it until it cook, and then you eat it.
I don't know about that one, to be fair. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, when you get some time, look it up. Rice. Rice pudding, they call it.
Okay, so that's
Yeah,
what they
rice
call
pudding.
it in Antigua.
Rice pudding, I think that's there. You know?
Okay.
And yeah, these are things. So at the end of the day, you know, I understand people selling the crab and people selling things to make money. And you know, I will always say, you know, you don't you when you're out there in the world, you don't know exactly what you're doing or what you're supposed to do. But when you're within Christ, you will understand things. So you understand things differently than the person out in the world. Maybe the person out in the world not putting out their mind to understand how to know what to actually cook or eat, you know. But for all the crab lovers, crab is not something God created for us to eat. They are not on our menu, and you know, so be it. But I don't think the topic tonight is about whether or not we should be eating crab. The topic tonight is about that individual and what she did. You know, was just that it was not really good. It's not helpful. What it does for all the vendors there, it does not only hurt that vendors, it hurt all vendors, because when I think when Nadine put it out, Nadine looked at, hey, but this is bad for all of us.
Yeah,
Nadine
she said it.
herself, you know what?
Yeah, she said it. She said she knew that, you know, they were going to perhaps, you know, shut it down, so it would have affected her as well, but she was just tired of it.
You're right, because she was more looking after the health of the public. And that's a person that will strive in anything that she do, because people look at her, hey, you know what? She's a clean and classy woman, because look at what she did, you know, and protect Jamaican people from coming and buy stuff from a person that is unclean like that. You know, so thumbs up have to go to her. You know, thumbs have to go to her. So we have to look and Nadia realize that she's not only putting that other person, you know, in terms of jeopardy of making them money, she put herself on it as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So we have to give her huge props, you know, of what she did.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So sometimes we have to look at the bigger picture. But the other person ain't looking at money gone, we can't remember eat now. She did she too far, you know. But no, you on vendor, you have to carry yourself in a better manner than that.
Yeah, for
better
sure.
manner than that. You know? And the funny thing about it, listening to the voice to it, you're still strong-headed in what you did.
Yeah, she's very confident, you know. Wrong and strong, like, how dare you record me? You think that right? How dare you do that?
Yeah, but you're not even telling the listening, the public, as in public, what you see with the video is not how it is, you know, it's a situation that happened, And you know what I mean, come up with, make some kind of, say some kind of lie just to save what you did, to save the embarrassment.
Well, I'm happy that she's not lying and she's just who she is, so persons can definitely see it. But I'm sure, I know all the people who have gone there, I don't think they're ever going to go back.
Oh, not at all.
So that place, I don't think that place is ever going to be revived. It's just the history now, and you know the context, and every time people go there, or if they're going to attempt to go there, unless they don't know about the story, but they're always going to see that video and just remember that video. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I think I was scrolling through YouTube the other day, and I think I heard it. I was on the news with the crab thing, but because I don't follow, like, you know, like study about stuff like that, like crabs and so on, I didn't really dig into it deep like that per se, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what happened now? Since I now subscribe to your show, I will have all the Jamaican stuff that will show up because you know.
Okay, good. Get you.
Right. So, it's really, really, really sad. I hope that Lenny will be safe and all right, and that she can get an opportunity again to continue to be, you know, a vendor in such a good vendor she is, you know, she just helped a lot of people, you know, wasting their money and eat. And people could go there and then get sick.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just really bad to the lowest level in terms of, you know, not being clean or anything like that. And you know how we go with food. With food, you have to have a proper setup.
Yeah, for sure.
It's food you're dealing with. You're taking you're sell food to people. And the most important thing on this earth is humans. Not animal. You know, humans. Humans are the most important thing on this, is the number one priority on this earth. So you have to make sure that your surrounding is clean, you know? So people can, because it's not every time people want to stay home and cook. Sometimes people feel like, hey, I want to go out and eat something. I want to go out and, you know. And the funny thing about it, just like here in Antigua, people look forward to going to buy their crab every Friday afternoon.
Oh. One evening when you buy your crab, just take a picture and send it so we can see you. Don't let somebody record you and send it, you know. You take the picture and send it.
That's me. Me eat properly now. Me eat. Just to let you know, I don't eat beef. No.
I hear you.
So if I don't eat beef, I don't know how I'm going to eat. If I don't eat beef, I don't know how I'm going to eat crab.
All right, Justin, I'm looking. Let me just go to the chat here a bit. Sometimes the conversation, the chat, the comments not coming in. Okay, I'm seeing some comments here. Ryan, okay, I read that one. Ryan saying the pig where my talk about them pig daily, I guess, done long time. All right, chat missing me again. And modern pig now is clean. Anne-Marie Brown, welcome. Good evening to you. Trending Sport is saying modern pig we say. And Dane is just laughing out. And you know, Ryan is saying 7 brothers, 7 different minds, and everyone look at things differently. So you still are gonna have people still eating it. Okay. All right. Thanks for sharing, Ryan. And Ryan, I want to hear from you, so give me a call. So as soon as, you know, we're finished here, you give me a call. Would love to hear from you. And then would love to hear from you. Anne-Marie, would love to hear from you too. So guys in the chat, want to hear from you.
I don't want you making you want to hear from me.
Yes, because they don't bring on the whole of Antigua. I bet you don't ask your wife to subscribe, did you?
She's not that, she's not in these kind of things, you know. She more into like, you know, like the American like TV show and you know all that kind of stuff.
It doesn't hurt subscribing, even if she's not coming over.
Yeah. So what's important? A person subscribe and not listening, or a person listening?
Both. But more so the latter.
Most of the latter.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You want people to interact with your show.
For
and
sure.
you know, and not somebody just to subscribe and then let interact and you know don't know what you're talking about and stuff like that. So, you know. But it will grow, man. It will continue to grow, no worry. It's like when athletic season.
Yeah, we're not worried. Yeah, athletic season for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, when athletic season come up, you see a big change, you see a big jump, big views. One friend, what's her name? You should pronounce your name wrong so she can come in. Jean Small.
Oh, John.
John Small.
I haven't seen John back in a while.
Well, you know, maybe we should get married and, you know, plan curfew.
Haven't seen
John. Yeah. But she sound like a very passionate Jamaican lady though.
So hopefully we'll see. They're on a season, they're off season also. When the season is back, we'll see them back here for sure.
Okay. They're coming like mango.
No, like the athletes, it's track season, off season, and
Yes, bro. Yeah, very much so. So was it a Miss Lim? It was good.
Yeah, it was good. It was good giving thanks, Yeah.
Very much so. All right, so I'm gonna leave you now and give your rest colleague to come in and share their opinion and their voice and go and do some writing as usual.
All right. All right, Justin, thanks for calling in and sharing as usual. Really appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, so that's Justin there calling us from, Antigua. And again, hello to all the people tuned in.
Writing as usual.
Tuned in from Antigua. All right, so hello to you. All right, so I'm looking in the chat. Let me see here. Anne-Marie is saying, thanks be to God, I don't eat crabs. Anne-Marie, call me. Dane is just laughing out loud. Trending Sports is asking a question here. Trending Sports is saying, should consumers be making better choices? No one is holding consumers accountable. Trending Sports, I would love to hear from you. I get what you're saying in terms of that question and would love for you to provide some more context to that. But the onus should be on the consumer in terms of responsibility for cleanliness and good, I guess, practices, or should that be on the vendor? What I perhaps can say is, as a consumer, something should probably grab your attention. If you go to a place and you're not seeing, water, like running water to wash hands, and perhaps, washrooms or bathroom facilities, that should perhaps say, okay, I may not want to use this place, but I don't know, would love to hear more about, the thoughts around that question, Trending Sports. All right, so I am here, the line is open, and again, welcome if you're just tuning in. I was playing from Nadine. So let us see if we can bring back Nadine here. And again, Nadine is a person who did the recording and shared the video. I need to find it back. And so Nadine was pretty much sharing some of the context in which, you know, I guess that crab thing was happening, and I guess what she was facing as well. So I'm just trying to find that. Let me see, perhaps this is it.
Yeah, with a trouble, man. With a fight off the crab of a time and not going. I'm gonna send up on you, saying, man, I want to put down the uniform. I want to put down the uniform. Let me.
So what Nadine is saying, you know, they're troubling her pretty much, you know, I guess, and she's saying that's where her foundation was set. That's where pretty much she grew up, you know, where she used to go and I guess get ready to go to school. So she has been there for a very long time.
I said that I was going to prepare for this. I'm prepare for it. Because I know that the government are shut down. Maybe I'm going to get shut down because I'm a part of the system.
So Nadine is saying, yes, I knew what I was doing. I knew that once I shared the recording, you know, I was going to, I guess, face some of the backlash that was going to come with that. So she was saying, me prepare for this, you know, saying that I am prepared for whatever, you know, the actions that were going to be taken. So she pretty much knew that they were going to shut it down, and she was prepared to accept that, all right? Because she's saying, you know, I am a part of the system. I know that this is going to happen.
Yeah, that's the one talk to the mayor. The one talk to the mayor. Look how well I come from Africa, them say we cannot see him. Because I'm afraid to come out because my life has been threatened. Social media, what the hell is it? I'm wrong for release the video.
All right, so she said, you know, she wanted to speak with the mayor. She went there. She was not able to talk to the mayor, but we saw an update that, you know, she was able to speak to the mayor. So that's Delroy Williams, all right? So the mayor for Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation. All right, so she got the opportunity and she's saying, you know, she's receiving threats and asking social media to help her. And I guess I've seen persons, I guess, pledging to help her. So, and again, you know, we just want her to be safe and okay, because what she did, you know, I am happy that she did it. And it's just sad that persons cannot understand that, you know, whatever this thing is in terms of Alice's action, it was just so wrong and messy, you know, like should not be happening. So
Release the video. Release the video. I'm being tricked,
all right, so that's what she's sharing there, that she's receiving, you know, just, you know, threats. So that's from Alice there. Let me see if I can just go to this other part here.
This are the video when this is a white clothes, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a different one at the same spot.
Mm-hmm.
At the same spot.
Mm-hmm.
You see it? This is our. What color is this? This is a different color. This is a different color. A green top and a tie. This is a different color. At the same spot. At the same spot. So it's a lie that? That could have been a lie?
Have you ever said anything?
So this is it now. So Alice was showing, you know, on her phone some other recordings that she have to the nationwide news team, you know, at least 2 based on, you know, what I am seeing and hearing, you know, of Alice doing the same activity. So what I'm getting that she's tired of, you know, what was happening and decided that enough, you know, is enough. So again, you know, would love to hear from you. So Ryan,
Anything to her about it? Okay.
would love to hear from you.
And by the stalking, it's not going nowhere. It's not going nowhere. It now gonna be so too much blame a company and me. So me not tell you blame for nobody.
All right, so that was Nadine there. All right, so again, if you're just tuning in, we're just pretty much, you know, sharing about the messy situation there, you know, at Era Circle, that happened at Era Circle. So we are informed that one vendor was defecating at the stall, another vendor, Nadine, recorded it, shared it, and you know, the public health authorities, they stepped in, they shut down the location. So other vendors were not pleased with that, and I guess were very critical of Nadine's action as opposed to Alice's. And so that again is unfortunate. We are informed as well that Nadine has been receiving threats, and you know, we're just hoping that she will be okay. And you know, would love to hear from you. Have you ever, you know, have you ever had, you know, crabs at Crab Circle, Era Circle? All right, soup. How about soup? Was your soup very rich and yellow? Corn, yam. What have you had there? Dane, talk to me. A past Crab Circle, you know. Ryan, are you still here? Give us a call. Would love to hear from you. All right, so would definitely, you know, love to hear from you. So again, we're just talking about, you know, what happened there in Era Circle and how unfortunate this situation is. And for sure, lots of us, for sure, you know, we're thanking Nadine for sharing this and for saving lots of persons. Definitely for saving lots of persons. So would love to hear from you. So right now we're just going to go to a little break. All right, so we're going to take a wellness break and we'll be right back. Stay tuned. All right, hello, and welcome. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about crab circle, and I believe most people, most of us were aware of this messy situation, and so I am just hoping to hear some more of your views in this context, and also, your views on street vending in Jamaica. All right, would definitely love to hear from you. So again, the line is open, it is working, the WhatsApp number is on screen. And so Dane, would love to hear from you too if you're still here. All right, let us go to this call. Hello, Ruren, you're live. Welcome, welcome.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm giving thanks.
Awesome. Talk to us about this crab circle business. What are your views? Just talk to us.
Well, it's an unfortunate situation, I would say. It's kind of sad to how Alice is responding to what happened. It just shows that probably, if the government isn't doing anything in terms of educating vendors, that's something that they should pay attention to, because she seemed to be not understanding the implications of her actions. And yes, she would, I'm not sure she's not happy about the videos that were taken of her, but she wasn't doing the right thing, and she has to just take accountability for her actions. So what I want to come from this is that, there's this kind of situation can be used as a springboard. So, similar to how the government has closed down that area, I think they should, in order to go forward, they should implement some sanitary convenience for if that's possible. And that's, in keeping with the council in terms of, building. They should, erect some sanitary convenience for whether it's some permanent or some portable, that the access is there. And it must be a case where these vendors are educated as well. Who to tell, probably those facilities are in place, but he decided to use where to use. So
Well,
hopefully
in that context, I believe based on the information or the news that I have read, that there is no such facility there in terms of, public washrooms. But what they were saying is that because these persons are from nearby communities, their homes were close by. That's the rationale. And this is not just me now. So in that context, when that structure was, I'm getting a really bad feedback. When that structure was, put into place, then that facility, was not in place there for vendors, I guess.
okay. I understand. I hope you're not getting that feedback anymore.
Yeah, you sound better now.
Okay, great. So yeah, it's something like that. I think it has to be a general thing, but this situation has happened, and I said it's unfortunate that this young lady, is not able to understand the fact that she was wrong. And as I said, based on how she sounds, it seemed that one good thing would be to educate these vendors as it relates to how to carry out their roles as food producers, to the general public. And it is sad as well that there are vendors who are pretty much condoning what was done, in terms of what she did. So as I said, I think it must be a general thing that has to happen in order for that to improve. because I figure that it might be, there might be a lull in the business, business might have fallen off, but I figure that over time people will return there, but they're going to be more, cognizant of what's happening.
So
So I
on
think
that
they need to
matter
put
of
the
return,
necessary measures.
have you ever been to Crab Circle? Had food at Crab
I've
Circle?
never been there. I've never had crab there, so I don't know what it's like. But I know that I figure. Well, let me not say I know. I figure that the customers will return after some
You
time,
think this
and
is going to
especially
be one of
if
those wonders where after a few days then everybody's going to go back?
I think so, because it's people know people, and they'll have people that they trust. So I don't think that anyone has gone there and bought stuff from all the vendors, and I do believe that there are some vendors who are there who are not featured in any of these news items that are carrying out their practices and doing that well. So in saying that, I don't believe all the vendors can be broad brushed to be like Alice. The sad, as I said, the sad part was that some persons were supporting her in that regard. But I think vendors, the vendors are the vendors will speak at sales, and over time, I am sure that this is something that's forgotten. So as I
tell me
said before, I
something.
think. Go ahead.
If you were purchasing there and now this happened, would you go back there to buy? I'll beat the vendor.
Buy from that vendor,
Like
or
from
buy
any
from
other any vendor. Would you go back there?
Probably not. But
Okay.
as I said before, if there are certain things in place, then that would bring them up to the standard that they should be at. So in that case, maybe yes, if the sanitary convenience is replaced,
No, but
place and so
well,
on.
I guess that's as somebody comment. I think Ryan was saying 7 brothers, 7 different minds, because my whole thinking is that if a person is going to defecate at a stall, how can you trust that person to prepare food for you? Like, no.
And that's what
no.
that's what I am saying. I'm saying, and I asked the question particular. I said from the particular person.
I would,
And it could be a case where other persons are doing it as well.
Yes, and I would
Could be a
go
case
back
where
there
other persons
because
are
the
doing it.
mere fact, as you mentioned, the mere fact that the other vendors were supporting this woman, it says a lot to me too, as a person, about who they are in terms of their hygienic practices are, so I am going to question that, because if it is that they do not see anything wrong with Alice's action, then that tells me a lot too. Like, where are you going to eat? No, no, no. What are you going to eat unless you want some mess? Because if you were a person who is clean and you understand that this like defecated man, and then she was so graphic, like she used wipes to, oh my God. And I'm saying, like, if you know this and other vendors, they're supporting what she did, then would you feel comfortable eating from those vendors?
As I said to you before, what was brought forward to the news to is persons. Reporters are making this. So as I said, I doubt all the vendors are like that. To be honest, you don't know who is who, but as I said, if the necessary facilities are put in place, then they would be just as credible as anyone else in that regard in terms of their
I guess for
facilities. However, that stigma would always be attached to that place.
Well, I guess I feel comfortable going there to buy food. Well, you can go. But As for me, no, because like people facilities are no facilities. It's just like they have this proverb, like they say you take I don't know, it's like a pig out of a sty, but you can't take the pig out of him. Something along that
The
line.
style out of the pig.
But you can't take the pig out of him, right? So
No. You can take the pig out of the sty,
mm-hmm.
but you can't take the sty out of the pig.
Okay, so I guess I'm mixing that one up, but thank you for that. So it's like it's kind of like the same thing. So you give them the facility, bathroom and water, but I don't think that is going to cure the nastiness if a person is nasty. They might use the bathroom and just don't wash their hands and come back and start prepare your food.
But as Justin was alluding to that earlier too, the only reason why you would buy there is because of the video that was posted, right?
And I'm happy.
That's their biggest deterrent.
No, I've never gone there. I've never gone there.
But if before, let's say,
and I don't eat crab, and I don't eat crab. So right. I would not be there.
Let's say it's something that you had before this video came out. Would you feel comfortable having food there? And that's the question.
It depends, because when you go to a place and you see, some people just look, if something just don't look right, and some things just don't look right, then I'm not going to eat there. And
I understand you, and I will underscore this by saying that, we have all the celebrities, a lot of celebrities, Jamaican celebrities going there as well. So unless they're not seen very well in terms of, the place not being a particular way or up to a particular
I can't speak for them. I can only speak for myself in that sense, where I am happy that I've never been there and I will not go there. And this situation for me just give me a bit in terms of an eye opener where, street vending is concerned and who you're buying food from. Because if you go and you don't see any like running water place where they can go and relieve themselves, then right away, that's a big no-no. You just move on. Or Justin would say, better you cook at your yard. Because at least you know what you're preparing. But, in some situations, that is not always possible. And so we have to sometimes put our trust in other people in that sense. But once you're going into the business, then you need certain things in place. And I feel like we need public health authorities going around doing more checks in terms of, food handlers permit, in terms of facilities. Just show up, check the restaurants, check the stove, check the refrigerator, the sinks, where the washing, is it clean, I feel that more of that perhaps needs to be done. And, this is kind of setting like, a bad thing for vendors in general, because this could cause, widespread actions to be taken by, government or, parish councils, because you have to think about public health, because that is definitely important. And if that is threatened in any shape or form, that can, bring all sort of issues for the health system that is already not functioning at its best as our citizens would want it to be in Jamaica. And so you have to think about that, you have to think about diseases and, people getting sick and what this means for the health system. And does the country have that in terms of facilities, the capacity, that's the word, I guess, to respond to these kind of, effects that can emanate from situations like this. And so I would not be surprised if I see, changes coming for how street vending, and then, you're going to say a box full out of people's mouth, and that part is going to be hard, but you know, sometimes we got to do something if it means, you know, it's for the greater good.
For sure. For sure. Well, it sounds like you're not going to purchase anything on the roadside from any vendors anymore.
Oh no,
So,
that's
what you have
hard.
said.
No,
But
because when you think about that, you know, this situation, I you know, I've not watched the video. I see it popping up, but I don't think I can watch the video. Certain like, and when I listen to Miss Ali's sound, like I don't think I can. No. That is going to. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. So I read the stories, and just by reading the stories, the news, the written form, it is like so graphic to me, for me, and I'm like, uh. This is bad. This is bad. And then just to hear her and not getting, you know, it's like there's no form of remorse there in terms of, you know, apologizing to a nation, to the people them that you feed. Like, I don't know. That part for me is poor. And I'm wondering if she's in shock or denial that this, but then she's saying, you know, don't you wrong for she record, right? Yes, this is not happened to me, but she's not seeing, you know, and I feel that's where they need to have a conversation with her too, so that she understands the seriousness of it, because, and that's the part that I am trying to get. How is it that Alice, such a big woman in terms of age now, because yeah, she's not a young lady, no. So I am wondering, like, do you believe that you did the right thing? Like you say it came down on you. I would rather it came down on you and you mess up yourself outside of the stall, not in that vicinity, as a poor and somebody help you. And if they have a video you answer, but to know that you did it there, and then we see in other, I guess, where based on what is being shared in the news, that this perhaps is not her first time. So I don't know.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's the thing. And as I said earlier as well, there need to be some, you know, educational program for the vendors so that they are able to, you know, lift their standards so that, you know, they can get the support and the trust of the people. So not only to those vendors there here, sir, but, you know, throughout the country, you know, just to ensure that, you know, you have all the things in place to ensure that your customers will have a good meal and also remain safe. So I'm on the case of the government to get that sorted out so that that this never happens again. The likelihood of happening is very, very low.
Yeah, for sure. And as I say too, you know, I feel that for this to be, I guess, the likelihood to be slim in terms of, you know, this kind of context happening again, it may mean that the government will have to pretty much step in and, I guess, control this whole vending. And that may not be good for some people, you know, when you have one situation just changing the whole thing. But if you're looking, as I said, you know, at the greater good, then you can understand why this is going to be taken. Because if it is really, you're going now and you see food selling jerk chicken, heck, I stop and buy a jerk chicken run up man up on a road. No, because this situation is always going to come back unless you see proper facilities. So, you know, it's going to hurt people, but at the end of it, you have to think about, you know, you not being sick. You can imagine you go down at Ochi and you stop somewhere, buy some food, and you just start sick. Like that part. So, you know, I don't know. So unless they're going to have, and once they do this in terms of having some like designated areas, you know, this place going up, is it Melrose Hill? where they sell the yam. Hello? All right, not sure if Ruben is still here, but perhaps. So I believe there, I think they have like facilities there for that. So perhaps they will have to do something like that again in terms of having set locations in different areas designated, you know, for street vending where, you know, the facilities are there, because and then that is going to come at an expense because vendors will have to pay, I guess, the parish council a monthly fee or whatever. But we better we safe than sorry. That's my
For sure.
take. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I would meet it. I'm probably Melrose. I know it's in Manchester for sure though. Yeah, it would be good if they could get those sort of stuff for the vendors. And I think they did it somewhere when they headed over to Portmore. I think that's somewhere out there, Manas. I'm not sure. Some vendors were here and they set up a nice little place for them as well. But I'm not remembering exactly what they sell out there. Can you remember that? Or
No, I don't know.
I think heading to Portmore, I think somewhere in that vicinity, they have some others that they set up as well. I think they were able, I think the highway kind of displaced them to a not remember that so clearly, but yeah.
Or
There are
maybe
some
maybe
vendors
it's
there
where
that
they sell the
some meat.
fish. I don't know. Fish.
I'm not remembering very well, to be
Okay.
honest. Kind of vague, but I remember that there were some issues out there with some vendors at one point in time. But not this type of situation though. I think it was about some misplacing, like displacing because of the newly built highway and they're not able to get the customers and stuff like that. It was along that line
Okay.
a few years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. If anybody remembers that, they could add some information to that picture so that I can get some can refresh from it. Yeah.
As I talk about the chat, let me just try and refresh the chat here because sometimes I'm not seeing in the chat. So okay, I'm not seeing any new comments in the chat there. But yeah, for sure. For sure. So do you eat crabs?
I've had it before, but not like that, and not a lot either. So I have to answer yes. That's not something that
So is it a possibility that you could have been in this crab circle messy situation?
I could have been in that because as I said, I have had it before. So that but not in that area, not in that parish. So it's very weak that would happen. Very unlikely.
So do you have a fear now in terms of buying street food?
Well, to be honest, generally I try as much as possible to avoid buying on the road like that. I don't normally buy on the road like that, to be honest. But that's definitely going to be in the back of my mind if I'm going to consider getting in on the road in that regard. And probably thinking about getting things that are that are sealed. For example, I know there's a culture in Jamaica where and especially when you're in the Spanish Town vicinity to get donuts. I don't know if you remember that. So, but I think that comes sealed, so that's not so bad. But
Like I
as it
guess like
relates
the
to the
cooked food, and because I mean if you say
yeah.
fruits, perhaps not the one with peel, but like if you're going to buy like some mangoes, like I start think about, like for me, I start think about everything now. Like, okay, fruits, if you're gonna buy one that you can wash and score properly, and I guess have. So I'm going to put this to you. I'm going to ask you if you're able to just close us out. You know, normally I do a little TED-ish kind of talk, a TED talk. So would you like to close us out this evening in terms of sharing, you know, something positive, perhaps, you know, that we can take away from this messy situation, or, you know, something about when life perhaps gets a bit messy and how we can navigate that. I don't know if I know I'm putting you on the spot, but I'm just wondering.
I don't know why you are on the spot. But anyway, these things in life, and she's in a state there. But you know what we have to do, no matter how hard life is, when we hit rock bottom, as they say, there's only one way, and it's up. And we have to just look at it from that standpoint. Every situation that you find yourself in is a learning opportunity there. So, everyone who is involved in this situation and people who are also looking on as well, we have to just learn the lesson from this situation. If you're a consumer, we just need to be wary and mindful of where we're buying. And if we are, persons who are selling, vending, street vendors, we have to make sure that whatever is being presented in the best way, and also making sure that we're maintaining healthy food and everything is according to the standards. And also from a ministry point of view, wherever there is food being sold, then you have to ensure that these people are monitored and necessary facilities are in place. So, in closing this thing out, I would say, out of the mess, we can, have some success, by just thinking about how we can improve situations like these and, educating people who are in these fields so that they can see the bigger picture and know that they are a brand that they represent. And, whenever they represent their brand very well, then their business will grow. And if they do otherwise, then, that might not happen.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome.
Right, wonderful. So Ruren there, sharing a lot in this context and closing us out. And, as Ruren said just now, in life, I'm just going to kind of just phrase it just generally. In life, situations, life can get messy sometimes, but out of the mess, we can achieve success. And so sometimes in reaching that success, it's about taking accountability. It's about learning from mistakes so that we do not, repeat those mistakes. And that is definitely important. So again, life situations, context can get messy, but from the mess, all right, you can still achieve success. I really like that one. I should write it down. All right, so life can become messy, all right, but from the mess, you can achieve success. So that's pretty much your thought for today, or from this, whole messy situation that, life too becomes challenging, messy, and we all make mistakes, but it's important for us to take mistakes as learning opportunities that will help us to grow, all right, and to achieve success. So again, out of the mess, we can achieve success. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming over, for being a part of this conversation. Thank you to all the persons who participated in the chat, shared in the chat, to all the callers. Thank you so much, for sharing. Thank you so much for liking, for hitting the subscription button. Thank you so much for your support. Really appreciate it. Most importantly, thank you so much for maintaining our safe space. All right, that is definitely important. Thank you so much for, making this place one where, we all feel a sense of belonging in this space. We all feel valued. That is definitely important. So let us just continue to share and grow together. So remember to hit that subscription button if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, and just tell a friend to tell another friend about the Voices in Education. All right. Again, we're a safe space where we share and learn from each other. So despite our different views, perspectives, opinions, or even wonders, we share in a respectful way to maintain our safe space. So again, thank you so much. And please remember that, life can get messy, all right? But we need to learn from our mistakes. And out of that mess, we can still achieve success. All right. Thank you so much again for all your support. Blessings and love, everyone. And remember to turn on your post notification so that you do not miss any updates from this space. Yes, so tap that bell right now and select all right, so that you do not miss any updates from this channel. Again, thank you so much for making it Voices in Education. Blessings and love, everyone, and I will see you in the next live. So I'm just going to play out my slide here and then I'll sign out. So thank you so much, everyone. See you soon. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that you can listen to the different voices in education. Stay tuned.